Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another Monday movie talk. I'm flying solo to start with this week. Pete will be joining me later on in the stream. Something came up, so Kenny couldn't make it tonight, unfortunately. And obviously, Andy is still on every other week, so he'll be back with us next week. So yeah, I'm starting the show off on my own, so let's see how it goes. See how far I can get babbling on by myself. Hopefully we'll get some comments and some questions in maybe that I can answer. But yeah, hopefully the way that today's show will go is I'll go through my recent watches, and when Pete comes on, see what he's been watching. Then I'll show you my 3 physical media recommendations of the week. And then the main topic, which was selected by Kenny before he realized that he wouldn't be able to make it, is we're going to be discussing the filmographies of both Chevy Chase and Robert Downey Jr. We went for both because Kenny chose Chevy Chase first, and I said obviously Chevy Chase hasn't done loads of films, so we wouldn't be able to talk about him for too long. So RDJ was a good second one because he's done quite a lot of stuff that we can talk about if we get there, and also if we get there, because I'd imagine this is going to be shorter than normal this week. We'll do a bit of a movie news roundup and have a look and see about some movie news that's broken over the last week, have a little discussion about it if there's anything to talk about. But without further ado, I'll go through the comments that we have received so far, and then I'll get on with some of my recent watches. So first off, we've got Adam here. Hello, Adam. Hi, Ollie, and everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Sadly missing tonight's stream as I'm going to see Backrooms at the cinema. No worries at all, Adam. Hope you enjoyed Backrooms. I really enjoyed it. It's a very weird one, and it's one that you're either going to really like or you're really not. So let me know how you get on with that next week. But yeah, we'll watch the stream back. Catch you on the next one. Cheers. Thanks as always, Adam. Melina's here. Hello, Melina. Giz is here. Hello, Giz. Hope you're doing well. Oh gosh, sorry about that. Spectre's here. Good evening, Spectre. DFC Intron is here as well. And he says, underrated Robert Downey Jr. performances, US Marshals and Jude. I'd agree with you on both of those. Enjoy both of those films, and we'll talk about them when we get to them. But Jude is a very underrated comedy that nobody ever talks about. And I think US Marshals is a solid sequel to The Fugitive. Not as good, but still entertaining. We've got Sai here. Good evening, Sai. Right, with that, I'm up to get to date with the comments, so I'll just quickly go through some of my recent watches, tell you what I've sort of been watching, both in the cinemas over the last week and everything since my recent watches that I did yesterday. So I went to see the new Masters of the Universe, directed by Travis Knight, at the cinema on release day last Wednesday, and I was a bit surprised because when I went there, I was expecting it because it's release day to be really busy, and it was pretty empty. There's about maybe 10, 12 people, including myself, in there in total. And I think that's down to the fact that I think a lot of people probably just assumed that it wasn't out until the Friday and we're going to go and see it on the weekend, because I've heard since I've seen it, a lot of other people have gone to see it. So that might have just been the case. I'd never watched the original animated series or the film from the 80s with Dolph Lundgren, but I had an absolute blast with it. Great way to sort of kickstart the summer. I think this is the first proper summer blockbuster we've got this year. Hopefully it does well. I just had a ton of fun with it. Great soundtrack. Brian May does the guitar. It's just a really fun popcorn film, entertaining. A lot of people, I think a lot of people's main criticism with it is that it's a little bit too long. So I think it's about 2 hours, 20 minutes. Because I was so into the film, it didn't really bother me. I didn't really feel that. I mean, I gave it 4.5 stars out of 5. 100% in my top 5 films of the year so far. I mean, as the summer goes along, that could go down the list a little bit, but I just had an absolute blast with it. Just the best time to be at the cinema. I just wish it would have been a bit more busier, because I find films like that tend to enjoy more when you have like a really busy cinema, because you're sharing that experience with a lot of other people. Just my opinion anyway. But yeah, a lot of fun that one was. I also watched a new film on Netflix with Jennifer Lopez and Brett Goldstein called Office Romance, directed by Ol Parker, who is responsible for the last Mamma Mia film, and I believe he did one of the Marigold Hotel films as well. And this, again, a lot of fun. Gave it 3.5 stars out of 5. A lot more raunchier than I expected it to be. I thought it was going to be quite tame. It pushes it for a Netflix film. I know a lot of Netflix rom-coms are quite tame, don't use a lot of language. The jokes are sort of flat, but the jokes, they really go for it in here. Like I said, there are some really raunchy scenes in it, which make the film all that more funnier. The chemistry between Jennifer Lopez and Brett Goldstein was fantastic. It's just a really fun rom-com, which you can catch on Netflix now. If you like a good rom-com, go and give it a watch now. It's not gonna break any like boundaries or anything. It is just a romantic comedy on Netflix. So go in with that in mind, and I'm sure hopefully you will have as much fun with it as I did. So yeah, that's Office Romance. I also watched the new Scary Movie, which had a lot of bad reviews. In fact, mostly negative reviews. Then on Friday night, my good friend Kenny ended up watching it himself, and I noticed that he logged it 4 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd and said he had a lot of fun with it. And I said, good on him for going in and being honest about how he feels about it, because not everyone can do that. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go give it a watch. So I did, and it's towards the bottom of films of the year for me. I'm not going to go as far as saying it's an utter pile of shit. It's close to that, personally. I think, just to be honest, they should have really left it alone. The jokes do not land. Pretty much none of them land. You can tell. The thing that hurts this film so much is you feel how hard the Wayans brothers are trying to be relevant. They're trying to be relevant and everything that's current and make it funny, and it doesn't work. It's not funny. The story is a nothing story. If you want to watch a better version of Scary Movie, just go and watch Scream 5, because they're basically taking the piss of Scream 5, and there's no surprises. Plot for plot, every plot point from Scream 5 they parody in this Scary Movie film. And a lot of it is just absolutely stupid. It's a waste of time. I would say don't waste your time with Scary Movie. If you like the original one and you're interested, give it a go when it's on streaming. I can't really, say to anyone go and watch it, because it's pretty bad. I just hope they don't do White Chicks 2, because I think they're just going to do the same sort of thing. White Chicks at the time, again, was another film, wasn't received very well, had a lot of following afterwards. I quite like White Chicks, but I think if they're going to go down what they did with this film, just leave it alone. The Wayans brothers aren't particularly funny. It felt like a straight to Netflix film. So yeah, give that one a miss. Then I've just noticed I've forgotten to log 3 of my films that I watched yesterday on Letterboxd, but I'll talk about them anyway. I then watched a film yesterday called A Late Quartet. It came out the same year as another film called Quartet, which back when it came out, I got confused between the two. Quartet is the Dustin Hoffman film. This one's a film with Philip Seymour Hoffman and Christopher Walken. It's about a quartet, which is 4 musicians. They usually play a string instrument in New York, and the senior member of the group that sort of formed the group many years ago has just been given a diagnosis of Parkinson's. So he's decided that this is going to be like sort of his farewell concert, his upcoming concert that they're going to play. They don't really know how to handle it. They're all handling this news in different ways, and it sort of turns into a bit of a messy drama, bit all over the place. The acting's pretty good, but the story itself doesn't really know where it's going. and then it comes to a point and it just ends, and it's just a very basic general film that you sort of finish leaving with nothing gained, really. Like, near, I wouldn't go as far to say it's a waste of your time, because like I said, there are good performances in it. If you like the actors that are in the film, give it a watch. But for a story itself, it's quite boring, it's quite dull. It, like I said, it doesn't really know what it wants to do. So yeah, not one that I can highly recommend, but if it, like I say, if you like the actors in it, give it a watch. I gave that 3 out of 5. I then gave a rewatch to The Breakfast Club, which I hadn't seen for quite some time. When I think I've seen it 3 times now. The first time I just was too young, I think, to really understand what was going on in the film, to appreciate it. The last time I watched it, which is about 5 or 6 years ago, I thought it was all right, but not as good as everybody claimed it to be, not as acclaimed as everyone. I didn't really get it. It was one of those films that I was just like, really, don't really get it. So I thought, you know what, I was in the mood to watch something from the 80s. I'd not seen it for a long time. I wanted to give it another go. So I did watch it and completely changed my mind on it. I think it's a fantastic film. I think it is, if you were to ask someone what is the film of the 80s that sort of defines the 80s, I think The Breakfast Club is probably that film. It has everything from the 80s. If you were to show an alien what the 80s was like, I would show them The Breakfast Club, because it has all the elements of what was going on in the 80s back then. The social themes, the music, everything is in that film. And I think it's the what makes the film as good as it is the dialogue in the film between these two characters, because every single person can relate to at least one of those characters at some point in their lives, when they were a child themselves, maybe at school. And you know, it just really worked for me on this rewatch. I really, really did enjoy it. I gave that 4.5 stars out of 5. I'm sure everyone has seen The Breakfast Club at this point already, though. I then watched a film called Parkland, which is basically a different view on the assassination of JFK. It basically is the day of, just before, and during his assassination, and then the next 2 or 3 days after. And it's all set in Dallas, where it happens, and you're basically following him from when he's shot. There's someone that's caught his assassination on camera. That character's played by Paul Giamatti. You sort of see how he's affected by the whole story. You got the people that worked on him at Parkland Memorial Hospital, tried to save him. Zac Efron plays one of the resident doctors. Colin Hanks plays a doctor. You got Marsha Gay Harden, who I believe plays like a charge nurse. Billy Bob Thornton plays like sort of the head of the Secret Service in Dallas, who's tasked with trying to find out who kills Kennedy, basically. Really interesting story. It's only an hour and a half, but it's just interesting to see different perspectives of this piece in history. Probably one of two of the worst days in American history. I can't speak from an American, but just looking back at like historic and bad things that have happened in America, I would say that's definitely one of them. And then obviously the day the planes hit the towers. But it's a really interesting film. If you like those sorts of films on like assassination attempts, or just films set in the 60s, give it a go. Got a really, really good cast in it. I mean, I've rattled a few names off there. So if you think it's your type of film, then go into it, give it a go. Then watched a film called A Single Man, which was the first film directed by Tom Ford, who then went on to do Nocturnal Animals, which I really enjoyed, and has just wrapped his next film. Didn't really know what this was going into it, which is probably my fault. I probably should have read into it, because I think if I'd have read into it, I probably wouldn't have been too bothered to watch it. It's basically a story of a British literature professor in the early 60s living in LA, teaching in LA. And the film starts and his partner has been in a car crash and died. Not a spoiler, that is what sort of sets the whole plot on. The plot is that Colin Firth's character himself is a closeted gay man, and it's sort of about how he's grappling with the fact that his partner of 16 years is gone. And nobody around him can really understand that, because back then obviously it was very much shunned upon. I don't know if it was illegal back then, but a lot of people did look down if you were gay back then. Yeah, Julianne Moore's in there. Her character seemed a bit pointless to me. I think a lot of the characters in the film just didn't really add anything to me. The performance from Colin Firth himself is probably the best part of the film. The story is quite slow, quite meandering, takes a while to get anywhere. Not much of a story, more about the character and what he's going through. And because of that, it's not one that you could really go back to and say, I want to watch that again. Um, it was okay. I kind of lost interest sort of 3/4 of the way through, because I was just like, I'm done with this now. I kind of just checked out and zoned out for the last bit of the film. But it was okay. Nothing horrible, just all right. And then I watched what is one of the first highlights of the week for me this week, a film called Pride from 2014. It's a British film, basically all about when the strikes were happening for the miners back in the early 80s under Thatcher's Britain. And basically this small group comprised of lesbians and gays, that is what the name of the group is, lesbians and gays support the miners, get together to sort of help the miners with their strike and sort of hopefully eventually get back to work, come to an agreement, get Thatcher to do something about it, and the government in a whole. And this little group ends up going to this small mining village in the valleys in Wales, and sort of they're very shut off from a lot of the world. They've never really seen a gay person before, so it's all new to them, and a lot of them are a bit unsure, a bit discriminatory to start with, but a lot of them just it's one of those films. It is a really feel good film. There's bits of comedy in there. There's just great characters in there. A lot of these people were real people, are real people still. It's just a really good true story. If you like true stories, I mean, it's got a fantastic cast. Like Bill Nighy, Imelda Staunton, Paddy Considine, the reason I picked it up, George McKay, Andrew Scott, Dominic West, Jessica Gunning, lots and lots of people in it, and it's just a really fun, entertaining, light-hearted film for the most part, set in the 80s. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, then I would just say go and give it a go. Why the hell not? But yeah, that is everything I have watched up until now. Hopefully I'll get something in after the stream as well. But yeah, done pretty well since I did my weekly watches. What have we got here? Sai says, I had fun with Masters of the Universe. I've been to see it 2 times. Thank God for Limitless. Yeah, I mean, if I was paying for like a monthly subscription to the cinema, I'd probably have seen a few films this year twice already. So far I've only seen The Sheep Detectives twice, because I went to see it with Sammy G the second time. But that is one that I came out of the cinema thinking I could probably go and see that again. It's really just all about timing when I'm going to get out to see it again. I've got 2 this week. I'm going to see Tuna, the new Dustin Hoffman one, tomorrow, finally shown at my local cinema. And then obviously I'm going to see what you just said next up, Disclosure Day, on Wednesday evening. I am 100% looking forward to seeing Disclosure Day. Anytime a new Spielberg film comes out, I'm excited. He is one of, if not the greatest living director. And anytime he has a new project coming out, I'm always going to go to the cinema and support it if I can. And it's a return to sci-fi for him, which is another bonus. It looks really good. It sounds like it's really good from sort of the reactions that have come out. I think the embargo fully drops tomorrow, I think, the day before it comes out. So I think reviews will come out tomorrow for it. But yeah, I can't wait. Go in, I think about 6:30 on Wednesday. So hopefully it'll be a bit nice, decent crowd. But again, I don't know, because it's a midweek again. Maybe a lot of people just assume it's not out until Friday. But yeah, looks a lot of fun. Pete says, me, most anticipated movie, not the of the year, I think you mean, Pete. Yeah, it is. It's up there for me as well. Spectre says, solo stream tonight. Pete should be joining me later. I think he's traveling on his way home from work. But Kenny couldn't make it tonight, unfortunately. Something came up, so Kenny couldn't make it. And Andy's on an every other week basis at the moment, so he'll be back with us next week. Lots of people busy. Everyone's got their own lives, so I understand if anyone is busy and can't make the stream. I try and invite a few different people every week, but sometimes stuff happens and I'm down to just me at the moment, but we'll manage with it. We will go on and manage with it. Right, I'll quickly show my 3 physical media recommendations then that I've picked out this week. The first one is a comedy from 2018 that I quite enjoyed. One, I think I saw it at the cinema, but a lot of people don't really talk about it now, but I have a lot of fun with it. And that is Tag. I mean, just look at that cast there. I mean, you've got Ed Helms, Jake Johnson, Annabelle Wallace, Hannibal Buress, Isla Fisher, Rashida Jones, Leslie Bibb, John Hamm, Jeremy Renner. About a group of friends that have been playing the same game of tag for about 30 years. And one of them is about to get married. He's never been tagged before, played by Jeremy Renner. So the group decide now's their chance to basically get him. And yeah, that is what happens. Basically, they're just trying to get him, but they're all a bit idiots, really. A lot of fun. Yeah, really enjoy this one. So that's my first recommendation of the week. And then I'm going to follow that one up with one. I'm pretty sure I may have recommended this before, but oh well, it's been a while. I'll show it off again. And that's Beautiful Boy, Steve Carell, obviously Timothy Chalamet as well. If you watch my weekly watches, you know I just watched Last Flag Flying, which came out I think the year before this one. And these were the films that sort of you could see when these films came out on Foxcatcher as well. Steve Carell wasn't just a comedic actor; he can really act and do really good performances in dramas as well. This is not more proof of that. In this, he plays a father whose son is, I think, is a heroin addict, an addict of some sort, and it's him trying to save his son, basically repair his relationship with his son. And it's a beautiful film based on a true story. Like I said, Steve Carell gives a fantastic performance in the film. Yeah, really, really beautiful film if you've not seen it. Excuse the pun, but that is Beautiful Boy. And then last film, which is a fairly new release on Blu-ray. A couple of months ago, I think this came out on Blu-ray now, but it came out in the cinemas, very small, limited release, September last year. I went to see it, lucky got to see a screening of it, had an absolute blast with it. Really good thriller. So I thought I'd show it off. I don't know if I've shown it off before. So that is Dead of Winter with Emma Thompson. Really good, tense, nice little thriller set in Minnesota, I think. Yeah, northern Minnesota. She basically plays this widowed fisherman. She's going to go fishing, as what a fisherwoman does. And she accidentally stumbles upon the kidnapping of this young girl by this couple. And takes it upon herself to try and save this young girl, basically, because she sees her as the girl's only hope, basically. Really good thriller. Emma Thompson's great. Judy Greer is awesome. Really, really good villain in this film. And what's his name? I've seen him in quite a few things. Yeah, it's Mark Menchaca. I think he's in Dutton Ranch at the moment. Only 2 or 3 episodes into that, but he's really good in that. But yeah, if you want to watch a good short thriller, really effective, really good. Emma Thompson's brilliant in it. So yeah, that's my third and final recommendation of the week, Dead of Winter. Right, that didn't take very long, 25 minutes in. What shall we do next? I can't really talk about the actors because I'd just be talking to myself saying whether I've seen the film or not, or what I think about the film. So I probably should wait until Pete comes on to do that. We'll do a bit of movie news roundup. It's obviously better when there's someone to talk about it with. But yeah, we'll read a little bit into this whilst we're waiting for Pete to join. So the first story of the week, which is fresh from about an hour ago, Ridley Scott has set his eyes on his next project after the forthcoming The Dog Stars, and it's going to be another adaptation of Treasure Island. and he's describing it as his next epic, and it already has a lead star attached to it, and that star is none other than Hugh Jackman. Potentially Jacob Elordi, who is of course in the Dog Stars. He's the lead in the Dog Stars, could also be starring in the film. The screenplay for the film is written by Jack Thorne, who obviously wrote last year's smash hit Adolescence. So that's another positive for the film. I'm not a massive fan of Ridley Scott, but him taking on something like this is something that I'm quite interested in. He's been talking about doing a pirate film for years. I'm guessing this is said pirate film. He's taking it out to buyers next week. It's not going to have any problems being bought by a studio. Potentially could be something to like compete with the new Pirates film. I'm guessing maybe they're looking to have some competition with it. So I don't think 20th Century Studios will end up buying it, because obviously they're owned by Disney and they're obviously owners of the Pirates franchise. So I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know when it's going to happen. I think it's going to be probably Ridley Scott's next film. I don't know how many other films he's got in him, because he's 88 now. He can't keep making movies at the speed that he is, because he is getting very old now. I know Clint was popping one out every year, but I think he's officially done now. But he's got lots of films in development at the moment, Ridley Scott. Maybe this will be his next one. I mean, it's more likely to be his next one because it's got people actually attached to star in it, whereas a lot of his other projects are just development stuff that don't even have scripts for them yet. But yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you think for Ridley Scott taking on Treasure Island adaptation with Hugh Jackman attached to star? I think Hugh Jackman could be a good thing for him. He's had a really good year so far this year. He's got Robin Hood to come as well. So yeah, it could indeed be something good. What's next up? Trying to find something worth talking about. There's lots of stuff. So Heat 2 has been on the cards for many years. Obviously, the novel came out a few years ago now. Michael Mann is adamant that this will be his next film. He wants to do Heat 2. It's supposed to start shooting towards the end of the summer, I believe. But apparently the reason why it has been delayed so much is because Michael Mann is basically waiting for Leonardo DiCaprio to decide whether he is actually going to commit to the project or not. Apparently his schedule is pretty busy. DiCaprio, he's always attached to something, about to do something. So I think that's the reason why it's taken a while to get going, because I think they're quite keen to have DiCaprio in the film, but he still doesn't even know what role he's going to be in, whether it's going to be playing Neil or Chris in the film. It would basically depend, because obviously they're probably going to be filming over lots of different countries, so over I would imagine 6 or 7 months. So I think it would really depend on how free DiCaprio is, and I think that might be why it's taken a while for them to sort of decide what's going on. Christian Bale is basically set to play Vincent Hanna, obviously probably the same age that Pacino was when he did the first film. John Voight's character Nate is supposedly going to be played by Jason Clarke. I know Stephen Graham is also attached to the film. I'm not sure what character he's supposed to be playing. But yeah, I think they're currently scouting in Mexico for Heat 2. So it is all speed ahead. I think they are going to go ahead with it. But whether or not they go ahead with DiCaprio is still on the cards. Would it be a better film with DiCaprio in it? Who knows? I mean, he's a great actor. But they could get an equally good actor to go in the role that he's supposed to be in if he's not available. So yeah, again, if you've got any thoughts on whether you want to see DiCaprio in either of those roles in Heat 2, let me know down in the comment section below. Like I said, it could add something to the film. Then again, you could get an actor just as good as him in the role that could absolutely smash it. So it doesn't really make a difference to me. Next up, a director that I'm more missed than hit with, if I'm being honest with you. Yorgos Lanthimos has basically said he's done with film now. He had quite a few consecutive years. We had a new film out every year. He had Poor Things, then Kinds of Kindness, and then last year Begonia, which is only one of two of his films that I like, the other being The Favourite. He's recently done an interview for some outlet and has basically said that he's not really interested in directing anymore. He has turned his time to photography. He's got a new photography exhibition. He says he finds it a lot more freeing than making films. It's just you're not set and confined to doing one thing. He's basically saying, and he thinks he's done enough for now. I think he may come back. He may be one of those directors that has a break for 5-10 years and then has an idea and comes back with something. Maybe that's best because he did, like I said, he chucked an awful lot of things out consecutively. Me personally, a lot of them were trash. Didn't like Poor Things. Didn't even bother with Kinds of Kindness because it looked absolutely shocking. I didn't get on with The Lobster. Didn't get on with Killing of a Sacred Deer. Like I said, The Favourite and Begonia, only two that I liked. But yeah, what do you think of Lanthimos potentially retiring from making films? Do you think that's a bad thing? Do you think maybe that's a good thing? Maybe he should step away from films for the time being? Again, let me know down in the comment section below. And yeah, couldn't agree with you more there, Pete. Poor Things was awful. Only good thing was Naked Emma Stone. Yeah, that's the only thing you watch the film for. It's just a mess of a film. 2 wares. Not for me. Right. What have we got up next? Yeah, this is a bit of a weird one. Oh, here we go. Hey, Pete.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. Hang on.
Good.
There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. No, I was watching the stream on my phone. I didn't stop it before I jumped on.
I see. This next one's a bit of a head scratcher. Not a good one. Apparently, Henry Cavill has attached himself to a Kevin Hart McG film for Netflix. Not good.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it just shows that he's just obviously his career's not really going anywhere. What was that?
He's a working actor.
Yeah, I suppose he's got to pay the bill somehow. I mean, he's got quite a few things. Obviously, he's got Highlander. He's got the Voltron film as well. So he's got a few things coming. But I suppose if the opportunity comes up, Netflix must have offered him a hell of a lot of money to do it.
Hasn't he got that new Guy Ritchie film as well with Jake Gyllenhaal, In the Grey?
Yeah, because that just came out in America, but I don't know when it's coming out over there.
I think it's an Amazon movie, that one.
Probably, yeah. A lot of Guy Ritchie's newer ones have been. But I just don't understand what McG. I don't get how he is still working as a director because every film he does is just utter trash.
McG, like the best film he's done is Terminator Salvation by a long shot.
I've not seen that yet.
The last film of his that I saw was Edge of the World, Camp of the Edge of the World, whatever it's called.
I don't think I even bothered watching that. I know the one you mean, but I don't think I ever bothered watching that.
It tried to be like
a vampire one.
No, he did one called Uglies.
Yeah, I didn't watch that either.
It was a Netflix film, I think, which was apparently fucking awful.
I'm gonna have a look now and see what he's done. I know. Didn't he do one of the Charlie's Angels?
He did both of the Charlie's Angels.
Okay, they're all right.
What else was it? This Means War.
Again, not very memorable.
No, he's a bit of a hack, unfortunately. Old McG.
The best films, I'm just looking now, the best films I've seen that he did was 3 Days to Kill with Kevin Costner, which was all right. You didn't like it?
No, it's
all right. But she's not in it loads.
It's got a good in it.
Yeah. But we are Marshall's good as well. Have you seen that one?
That's one I haven't seen.
That's that I'm looking at all of his films. That probably is his best film, because that's obviously based on a true story about the football team. The plane crashed, and then McConaughey's got to become the coach to basically coach the new team out. But they're all like traumatized by what happened. That's decent.
See, with McGee, I always liken him to a cheap, like home bargains version of what's his name? The one who did Narc and The Rip.
Joe Carnahan.
Joe Carnahan, yeah. I always think it was like a cheap version of Joe Carnahan. He tries to do Joe Carnahan movies, but just can't do it.
Yeah. It's got that new Chris Pratt film coming out on Apple, McGee. I think that's coming out like at Christmas, but it's more of a drama. I don't know how that's gonna go.
Way of the Warrior Kid.
That one, yeah.
Way of the Warrior Kid, yeah. It's got Chris Pratt, Linda Cardellini. Anyone else? And that's it. That's about as far as you get with famous people. But then what's Chris Pratt doing lately? He did that Mercy film with
which wasn't good.
Ferguson. Yeah, he did Uglies, Family Switch, Babysitter Killer Queen, which
I didn't watch either of those, so I don't think.
Good. Rim of the World, that was the one I was thinking of. 3 Days to Kill, This Means War, Terminator Salvation, Chuck, an episode of We Are Marshall, Charlie's Angels 1 and 2. He did the music video for All Star by Smash Mouth.
Oh wow, Andy will love that.
And The Offspring's Why Don't You Get a Job?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. This apparently it's about two rival spies who unexpectedly end up in the same Lamazi class after their wives quickly bond. Just that sentence makes me want to fall asleep. The only good thing it's got for it is Adam and Aaron Nee, who did The Lost City, are writing it with Jonathan Tropper. Those are the only good things going for the film at the moment.
Anything Jonathan Tropper writes is fine by me.
Yeah. So I mean, wrote, that's the only thing that it has going for it at the moment.
He did Wrecking Crew with Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista, which was
did he write that?
Yeah, he wrote that.
I know he did. He's done that series on Apple, Your Friends and Neighbors, hasn't he? He created that.
I didn't know that was him. I saw the first episode of that with John Hamm.
Yeah. I only seen the first 2 episodes, I think, but it's decent.
But like, I'm a big fan of his because he did Banshee, which I think is one of the most underrated TV shows, and then he did Warrior.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a pretty good writer. What was I saying? So I said, you lost me at Kevin Hart. Yeah, he's kind of just stuck himself to Netflix now. There's very few films that Kevin Hart are in that are watchable nowadays. Most of them are just rubbish. The Jumanji films are fun. Basically anytime he's worked with Rock. Yeah. But most of these Netflix films, I mean, I don't know how he's done so many, and all of them you watch them and then you forget about them the next day. You don't have a clue what they're about. So yeah. Sai says, what's your thoughts on the reports of Zack Snyder remaking Escape from New York?
But why? How can he make something that has a plot?
Yeah, that's just not right. I thought, from what I've read over the years, I thought the last thing I heard about Escape from New York, like a sequel, was that Radio Silence was going to be doing it, and it was going to be a sequel to the original film with Kurt Russell returning. That's the last thing that I heard about it. And now all of a sudden Zack Snyder's remaking it. Why? He's just all it's all style over substance. Like he loves to make things look good and do cool things in his films, but the films themselves just don't have anything else going for them. The stories are usually really bad. He just doesn't know what he's doing with films. I don't think he just knows how to. Maybe he should be a cinematographer instead of a director. Yeah, don't know. Matthew's here. Hello, Matthew. Next up, Kane Parsons, after directing Backrooms, has said that the next film that he would like to do, like as a dream film, is Portal. Do you think that could be good, Pete?
As in, like the game Portal?
Yeah, like an adaptation of that.
I don't know. A game like Portal doesn't really need a film adaptation. There's a lot of games that don't really fit that mold of a film adaptation. I think that's one of them. That's like making a film version of Rocket League or a film version of FIFA. It just doesn't.
Yeah, true. It's not got a story to it, does it?
Yeah, I mean, they've got the Street Fighter movies coming out. I mean, it's going to be crap because Street Fighter doesn't have a plot. So I don't know how you can make a plot for a Street Fighter movie.
Yeah.
But then Mortal Kombat, there's however many Mortal Kombat movies. The latest one apparently is awful, and the first one was bad enough. But like again, fighting games. How do you make a film from a fighting game? Because the game has no actual narrative. It's just versus people.
Yeah. Yeah, true. David Leitch had two things this week. He released the trailer for his next film, How to Rob a Bank. That's it.
It looks good. It doesn't really look like a David Leitch film.
No, it doesn't. I love John C. Reilly, like in that role, like doing something different.
Yeah.
I think that it's going to be fun. But he's also finished filming his next film, which is set an August 2027 release, and that is Jason Statham Stole My Bike. Oh.
Jason Statham Stole My Bike, yes.
Which sounds mad, just the title. I mean, you can only imagine what the film's going to be about from the title. Obviously, it stars Jason Statham in what is described as the role of a lifetime, playing global action superstar Jason Statham.
It's so an unbearable weight of massive being, isn't it?
Yeah, same sort of thing. But you know, like David Leitch, not a bad director. He's done some decent films, and Jason Statham, he definitely has hits and misses, but his films are usually quite entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, I've liked every apart from, I thought Working Man could have been better. I think David Ayer could have done a better job with that. Yeah. However, The Beekeeper's a lot of fun. Working Man has really good action sequences, even if the plot's a bit wanky. And even the one he did that came out in January this year,
Shelter, that's good. Yeah.
Shelter was enjoyable. He does what he does best.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I think this could be a good thing. Just have to wait and see what it turns out. Because I don't even know. The only thing that considering it's already finished filming, don't even know who else is in it. All we know is Jason Statham's in it. So, don't know. Have to wait and see.
Every character is Jason Statham.
That would be funny. Every person that he comes across is just him.
Was the Statham verse?
Yeah. What next? Obviously, Disclosure Day has got glowing early reactions. Yes. The review embargo lifts tomorrow, so we'll get to see some actual reviews for it tomorrow. You said you're looking forward to that one.
Oh, most anticipated. It's a Spielberg movie. It's a Spielberg
Exactly.
sci-fi movie
Exactly.
with a John Williams score. Apparently, it's John Williams' best score in 20 odd years.
Oh wow. Yeah, because I can't think of the last like score from John Williams. You remember that score?
Probably
Years.
the Force Awakens, which is
Yeah.
11 years ago, because it's got Ray's
Wow.
theme, and Ray's theme is the most recognizable bit of music from those movies.
Yeah. 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 But I can't wait. Got my ticket booked for Wednesday night. Can't wait to see it.
Early reactions are really positive. It's like
Yeah.
it's his best film in a long, long time. And if
Yeah.
anyone can do it, if anyone can do a movie like that, it's the man who gave us Close Encounters and E.T. and
Yeah.
the one who can do it properly.
Yeah. Yeah. Very true. Also, Kane Parsons related. He's teamed up with Osgood Perkins for his actual next film. Yeah.
Why?
It's obviously either going to go to A24 or Neon because that's the two studios that both of them work with.
It'll be A24 mainly because of what Backrooms has done
Backrooms
for
and stuff.
A24.
Yeah, but
I
I
don't
don't know.
get Osgood Perkins.
His films are like they're very like because I like Longlegs. The Monkey was good, but then Keeper, like,
I hated The Monkey.
no, you really didn't
It
like
was
it.
one of the worst films I saw. I hated it. I thought it was like I love Stephen King adaptations. Like me
Mm,
and Jim could talk about Stephen King movies for hours and hours and hours. The Monkey for me is what happens when you take Stephen King and you try to turn it into an art house movie and it doesn't work. And I hated every second of it. And I don't like the way he directs and I just the cinematography I found really off-putting. Not in a like there was like issues with it. I don't like it when something is shot in a static shot with like raised contrast and stuff like that. I hate it. I also don't like
yeah,
Osgood Perkins. I've never liked him. Even when he was an actor, I didn't like him.
yeah.
Yeah,
Did you
but
what? Have you
I
watched
suppose
Keeper?
that's my opinion. I haven't. No, I've seen bits of Longlegs, and I've seen The Monkey, and I saw him in a film called Dead and Breakfast years ago. I didn't like him in that. I just don't like him.
Yeah,
I,
fair
d- I
enough.
don't like my issue. My issue is not special, not specifically with him, but I think it's the whole idea of elevated horror, which is
Yeah, that's
what
fair enough.
since Hereditary. So like the whole A24 thing. I got no problem with A24. They're giving shots to people who might never have got a shot to put a movie out. So like like Ari Aster, obviously, Hereditary and Midsummer and stuff. He's done a lot of stuff with that. They gave Jonah Hill a shot with Mid-90s. And then you've got the YouTube filmmakers like
The
Kate
Daniels.
Parsons. Yeah. And the Philippou brothers, who are the Raka Raka on YouTube.
Mm.
They're both both of their films being Talk to Her and what was the other one?
Bring her back.
Return. Bring Her Back. Yeah, they did really well, and they got both critically
I
acclaimed
didn't have any
and did
interest in
really
either
well
of
for
them.
them. I mean, I'll watch them when they come onto like if they're on streaming, but yeah, I wouldn't go out of my way to watch them. Like I would expect from those two brothers like a crazy sort of John Wick style action movie, not really dark horror movies.
Yeah,
But it's the whole like these kind of arty, uh, like the old school like horror comedy and gore fest movie out, and I kind of miss that. And I think
yeah,
it's because newer people getting into horror because of people like Ari Aster and Oscar Perkins, and I think that's their idea of what a horror film is. Whereas there are 70 odd years worth of horror films to watch that actually give you a sense of what a horror film actually is, not these jump scare movies that are shot.
I hate the jump scare films. They're just
I mean,
play. They just that's what a lot of horror films nowadays. They just play on the jump scares to get you. That's what makes them scary. Whereas if you watch a proper good horror film, it's not jump scares that make it scary. It's the feeling of the film.
I think the best person working at the moment who is a horror movie director is probably, well, someone who gets it more than this current new crop of horror film makers is Zach Crager. Barbarian is phenomenal. I had some issues with Weapons, but I think the problems I had with Weapons didn't detract from how good it actually was. I think I think certain characters could have been removed and it could have been a little bit tighter. But the fact that he's got this Resident Evil movie coming up that looks great. It's the first time in a long time I've seen the trailer for a Resident Evil movie and gone, I really want to see that.
Yeah, same.
I think he's kind of nailing. He's a horror fan that gets horror, whereas I think the other filmmakers are filmmakers who just want to make horror movies because that's the easiest option.
Yeah,
Zach Crager kind of reminds me of Adam Wingard, and he's got a new one coming up. He's got Onslaught
that looks really good. Yeah, that does look good.
He started off as a low budget horror filmmaker, and then obviously throughout his career got more and more, and then did the Godzilla movies. But with Onslaught, obviously going back to his sort of roots, things like The Guest and A Lonely Way to Die and things like that. I think we need more horror movie filmmakers like that. Maybe not so much fucking Eli Roth with his new Ice Cream Man movie coming out, which is just looks like Weapons.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need more horror movie filmmakers who are horror movie fans, not filmmakers who want to make horror movies because they are the easiest option. I think that's what's missing. And I think Zach Crager is probably the best one for at the moment working.
Yeah. Do you game?
I do now and then. Depends on what the game is.
Do you have a console?
I have. Right. So this is my console layout. I got an Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, Switch 2, PS4. I've got a what else have we got? We got a £2,000 gaming PC in our living room. So I kind of do game, but it all depends on what the game is.
Have you not bothered with First Light?
My brother's a massive gamer, so that's why we've got most of the things.
Did you bother with First Light?
Say that again. No, because I don't pay money for new games. I just wait for them to go down to about £6 and then I play them.
That's fair enough.
I won't pay £60 for a fucking Blu-ray. I'm not going to pay £60 for a game.
I just thought, like, I'm the same. I think the last time I bought a new game, well, I don't think I have bought a new game since I've had my PS5. Because I had PlayStation Plus for a while, so I was just using the games on there. But because I'd heard so many good things about the First Light, I just caved on the weekend and just got it, and it is one of the best games I've played in years, probably since the first Spider-Man game.
Yeah, we've had a few people in work, a few customers come and sell their copies, and we're like, "Is it any good?" And they're like, "Oh, it's the best game I've played all year."
It's so fun.
Yeah, I've heard. I mean, I bought a game the other day. I bought Heavy Rain and Beyond Two Souls because I wanted to play Beyond Two Souls again because it's been a long time since I played it. And it was a really good game. Although it's going to be weird now because that's got Ellen Page in it, not Elliot Page.
Yeah, weird.
But great game. And it was like £12 for two. And I was like, yeah, go on then, I'll get that.
Yeah, but when it goes down in price, definitely get First Light. It's just such
Yeah,
a. I've just been stuck on like there are. It's actually quite hard as well. Like the melee bits, like when you're fighting them, it's quite hard. Like dodging, like blocking the attacks is like quite hard. And if you miss like three, that's it. You're done, and then you got to go back again. So it can be quite hard. Like some of the bits it's taken me a few times to get through it, but the story itself is just such a good story.
yeah. There's that, and there's another one as well. Like I bought Mafia: The Old Country because I love the Mafia games, and it
Yeah,
just sat on a shelf next to the PlayStation 5 for about 4 months, and then I just went, oh, I'm just going to sell it. I'll get it when it's cheaper.
yeah,
But that's a game I really want to play as well. There's loads of games I want to play, but
yeah,
I say it's having the time. I've got the time. I just at the moment I'm still binging The Walking Dead, and I've got a season and a half left, and then I'm done. I can get back to watching movies then
yeah.
because
Have you
I've just
watched?
picked up two.
Oh yeah. Have you watched anything this week?
I haven't. No, I was going to watch. Well, I picked up a copy of Speed Racer because I wanted to rewatch that because I hadn't
Uh,
seen that since it came out, and it was like £6 on Blu-ray. So I was like, I'll grab that. So I grabbed that. And another one I grabbed was Training Day because again,
mm,
that's a film I've not seen in years, and I used to have the DVD and got rid of that. And again, it was like a fiver, so I had some vouchers from work, so I used that. And I picked up a copy of Me Before You because it's a great
uh,
little rom
yeah,
com, and
it is.
anything with Amelia Clark is worth watching if you ask me. Even
That's
the
very true.
shitty Terminator movie.
Yeah, it's not as bad as a lot of people say.
Oh no, it's
Like
awful.
it's the worst. It's the worst of the Terminator films, but it's still watchable.
It's still watchable. I just feel bad for the director because the director was Mick Jackson, who didn't. Is it Mick Jackson? Is what Mick something? He did the. He was a director on Game of Thrones. And I think he's the one who did the second
Wasn't it the
Thor
same guy?
movie.
It wasn't. Yeah, Alan Taylor.
Alan Taylor, I think it was him.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I'm pretty sure because then Tim Miller did Dark Fate, didn't he?
yeah. But I felt bad for Tim Miller because not Tim Miller, the other guy, Alan Taylor, because he had literally the whole film taken away from him and just
Which a lot of
completely.
people do. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't get it. Don't hire someone to direct a movie and
and
then
then
just
take it
take
away.
the edit away from them. What's the point?
If I like that would be my compromise. If I was like a Christopher Nolan or a Steven Spielberg, I would have it written in my contract somewhere that I get final edit on all of my films, or you can fuck off, because that's why a lot of films are as bad as they are, because the studios take them and they
Hmm.
nowadays I think the studios take them and they must use AI to predict what audiences would like to like change the way the film looks. And I think that's why a lot of modern
I,
like blockbusters are
I
shit.
think I think a lot of blockbusters are. I think in Alan Taylor's case, and the same with maybe someone like David Like or David Leitch or someone like that, is that they're not at the same level as like Spielberg or
Yeah, yeah,
Nolan or even like Zach Krager. Um, so they're more or less just like directors for hire.
yeah.
The most obvious director for hire moment is Walter Hill when he did Bullet to the Head or Bullet
Oh,
in the
that
Head
wasn't good. Yeah,
with Stallone. That film, like I was super excited for that movie. It's like the first time in a long time we get a Walter Hill action movie starring Stallone of all people as well. And
yeah,
it just turned out that he was just a director for hire on that, so there was nothing in that that felt like a Walter Hill film.
yeah,
And I think when a studio hires a filmmaker as a director for hire, they have no intention whatsoever of giving them the edit.
yeah,
But with someone like Nolan or Spielberg, Peter Jackson, or like these massive big name blockbuster directors, they know that these people have a track record of making money, so they give them the edit because they know that the vision that the director's got is going to be what people want to see.
Yeah.
But if you don't know who Alan Taylor is, or you don't know who Mick Jackson is, or you don't know, like, even with Neil Marshall, like with Hellboy, if no one really knows who Neil Marshall is unless you're a fan of Dog Soldiers and The Descent, anything after Dog Soldiers and The Descent, no one really cares about Doomsday and Centurion. So all they know him from is that, or the 4 or 5 episodes of Game of Thrones he directed. He gets hired for Hellboy, has this really cool vision of doing a dark adaptation of the story from the comic books. But unfortunately, that film is being made by Millennium, and Millennium are well known for being
Bad.
horrible producers.
Yeah.
They took the film away from him. And they do it, like a lot of studios do that now because they think that audience want to see things that are big and shiny, don't care about character, don't care about narrative. And you'll see why a lot of films get the PG-13 or the 12A rating. Because a lower age rating means a higher budget because more people can go and see it because it's at a lower age rating. Hollywood's a very odd thing. I was reading on the way home on the train that the Masters of the Universe has taken just under 30 million on its opening weekend. That's 3 days. That's 3 days. You can't judge a film's box office on 3 days.
No.
And that's just domestic. Like I mean, I've read good things about Masters of the Universe. I've read awful things about Scary Movie 6 or whatever the fuck it's called these days. A lot of people have said that Masters of the Universe is a lot of fun, is a wink to the camera, it's a fourth wall breaker.
Yeah.
It majority of the jokes are taking the mick out of the fact that it's a He-Man movie. But again, you can't judge a film's box office on 3 days.
No.
I mean, once upon a time, it used to be like the week. I mean, obviously, you take into account the opening weekend. You want people to go and see a movie on opening weekend, but the cost is however much it costs nowadays to go to the cinema is very, very different to what it was when Jurassic Park came out, or when Independence Day came out, or even when fucking E.T. or The Thing or something in the 70s came out.
Yeah.
Like, it cost a family nearly 150 quid to go to a cinema. Well, $150 in the States. To go to for an outing to this, that's $150. That's nearly 120 quid for a day out, just to go and watch a movie in the cinema. That's insane.
Yeah,
people can't afford it.
No.
So, yeah,
we're lucky it's cheap.
Yeah. Judging a film's box office on 3 days and then declaring it a flop, but then also not taking into account global box office as well. But then I also said, why is a He-Man movie got a budget of 200 million?
Yeah.
Like, who in 2026 is thinking we should make a He-Man movie with a budget of 200 million? Why?
Yeah.
That's mental. They took a gamble on a character that is over 40 years old that I grew up watching when I was a child in the 80s. And even I would have been like, why are you putting 200 million into a He-Man movie? You could make 5 movies, or you could make 4 movies at 50 mil a pop instead of one He-Man movie. That's not to say that He-Man's, I'm not like looking forward to He-Man. I just think putting a budget that high on a character that hasn't really done anything since 1986 is ridiculous. And it's a gamble. That's why I don't trust blockbusters anymore.
No, that's true. Yeah. Spectre says IOI already getting shafted now by Amazon after a great launch and good reviews. Yeah, because they've said any future games will be Amazon now, not them. Which makes sense because when it was originally announced, was it Project Bond? I think it was called when it was originally announced 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So obviously at that point, Amazon had not bought the rights. So that's why now it's come out. It's not on Amazon. It's got Amazon at the start, but it's obviously not them that made the game. So obviously that makes sense. But yeah, how? By the way, Old Country was a massive disappointment compared to Mafia 2 and 3.
I've heard.
And he said, "Wait until Old Country goes down in price."
I will be.
Right, let's start our main topic, which we'll start with talking about Chevy Chase today and his films, and then we'll move on to RDJ.
Okay, so I can quickly go through Chevy Chase. I can tell you how many Chevy Chase movies I've seen. One.
You've seen one?
I've seen one Chevy Chase movie.
What one's that?
Memoirs of an Invisible Man.
What do you think of that one?
It's not John Carpenter's best movie.
No.
I've never seen any of the National Lampoon movies. I've never seen Fletch. I can't talk about Chevy Chase, unfortunately, because I
don't like him. Oh, fair enough. I'll tell you. Okay, then I'll tell you one film. If you were to watch any Chevy Chase film, the one film I would recommend watching, which is the film that I watched last weekend and fell in love with, one of the best films of the 70s, Foul Play.
With Goldie Hawn?
Yeah.
I may have seen that.
It's very good.
I'm not sure, but I may be getting certain bits of that mixed up with Bird on a Wire.
Because it's similar sort of plot. Like she's embroiled in like this conspiracy sort of theory, but Dudley Moore is hilarious in it. He's like the best part. Like the scenes that he's in is just it's just a hilarious film, just a really fun 70s film. So that's the one Chevy Chase film I would recommend to you. We'll go straight to RDJ then. Right. Yeah, I know he's done a lot of films. I know that.
Yeah.
Because he goes all the way back to the 80s. Gosh, it's quite far down. Got to find the.
Well, use Letterboxd or IMDb.
Letterboxd.
Use IMDb because it'll go from the latest down to the earliest.
Yeah, I suppose that's better. I just do it because if I use Letterboxd, I can then add something to my watch list if I like it.
True, fair.
And it does like least popular, so the ones you're less likely to heard of, to most popular.
Yeah.
So the first one is, I think his dad directed it, Hail Caesar. Do you know that one?
Is that an old
94? It's got
94.
Anthony Michael Hall. Looks like Samuel L. Jackson's in it as well. Robert Downey Jr. Judd Nelson. It's not directed by his dad. His dad is in it though. It says it's directed by Anthony Michael Hall.
Really?
That's interesting. That is. Someone called Bobby Phillips is in it as well.
I've got 3.2 out of 10.
Yeah, 2.2 on Letterboxd. And the top review says the Coen brothers' career really jumped sharp with this one. Oh god. Yeah, I don't think that one's going to be a very good one. Then we've got Too Much Sun. Have you seen that one? His dad did direct that one.
Hang on, let me click on RDJ a sec.
It's Robert Downey Jr., Eric Idle, and Ralph Macchio.
Ralph Macchio? What year was that one?
1990.
1990.
A multimillionaire whose son is gay and daughter a lesbian leaves a will with one clause: his children will inherit his money only if at least one of them produces him a grandchild within a year of his death. Well, that doesn't sound problematic at all. Top review: I paid $3 real human dollars to watch a movie for a man with a mullet.
That's a proper old school VHS cover, those.
It does look like it, doesn't it? Again, 2.7, and I can't see any good reviews. He did some bad films, mainly with his dad, I think.
That is an interesting one. I rarely have I walked out of a movie. I don't know, IMDb's like rating. Someone's given it a 1 star, and then the next review is 10.
That just doesn't make sense. Then we've got Game 6. Have you seen that one?
No, these are all new to me.
It's Michael Hoffman directed it, and I believe he directed, is it Restless Natives from the 80s?
Oh, yeah.
It's Michael Keaton, Robert Downey Jr., Ari Grainer, Griffin Dunn, Bebe Neuwirth, Harris Yulin, and Catherine O'Hara. It's about the 1986 World Series.
What year was it?
2005.
2005? That's a late
Yeah.
one.
Could be good, that one. That could be like a little underrated gem.
Is that pre-comeback?
I suppose, yeah, because I suppose Kiss Kiss Bang Bang sort of you could consider.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of weird ass movies before that. I mean, the
Yeah.
film he did after Game 6 is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, so
Yeah, that's what I
that
mean.
was
Yeah,
a big comeback movie. That
yeah.
was Game 6.
Then there's one called Two Girls and a Guy.
I know that one.
Heather
Yeah.
Graham. Yeah,
I remember that one. That's got a red poster on that one.
looks really bad.
I remember it being quite good, actually. James Toback.
Is it?
Yeah, James Toback's a great director. Did Bugsy and The Gambler and
oh yeah.
Oh god, he did a movie with that's bad. An Imperfect Murder from 2017, starring
I think I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that. That was awful. I think Charles Grodin's in that one as well.
Grodin, yeah.
Yeah.
And Colleen Camp. Oof.
Yeah. Random. Another James Toback film, Black and White.
I remember that as well. That's late 90s?
99. He's the lead in that. Scott Caan, Gabby Hoffman, Jared Leto, Claudia Schiffer, Brooke Shields, Joey Pants, Bijou Phillips, yeah. Mike Tyson, Brett Ratner, Sticky Fingers, Method Man, lots of random people.
That's a very New York-y movie, that is.
Yeah, I don't know if that'd be any good.
It's a group of white high school teens become involved with Harlem's black hip-hop crowd. Yes, now I remember. Yeah, I remember this one.
The top review, 12-year-old Elijah Wood uses the N-word. Gosh, yeah, I don't know if that one's going to be any good.
Most of the script was improvised by the cast. Only Claudia Schiffer's part was fully scripted. Michael B. Jordan's first film.
Wow. Then I think this was one that Jodie mentioned a few weeks ago, from 1997, One Night Stand, which is a Mike Figgis film with Wesley Snipes.
I remember from the 90s.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes, Natasha Kinski, Carl McLaughlin, Ming-Na Wen, Robert Downey Jr., Thomas Hayden Church.
Yeah. I want to know how Ming-Na Wen still looks exactly the same now
Oh, I
which she
know.
did
It's mad.
30 years ago.
Crazy. Yeah, Jodie said that one's not too bad. I think he's got AIDS or something.
Everyone's got AIDS. Max
Yeah.
has a one-night stand with Karen in New York. He returns to his wife, 2 kids, and a career in Los Angeles, but is affected. A year later, Max and Karen meet again by chance, but this time it was murder. But this time they're with their spouses.
Hmm.
Just a relationship drama, really.
Yeah. I think this one he's more of a supporting role in. You may have seen this one. This is the type of film that you might have seen. It's a Michael Apted film as well.
Oh,
Firstborn,
Firstborn.
84. Terry Garr, Peter Weller, Corey Haim, Sarah Jessica Parker, Robert Downey Jr. Michael Apted's a very reliable director. He always did
First,
good films.
has it got a different title by any chance?
I don't know, don't say anything here.
Yeah, it's under a different title called Moving In.
Okay.
Yeah, Firstborn, Moving In. That is. Yes, I know that movie. Corey Haim, Sarah Jessica Parker, Robert Downey Jr., Michael Apted. God, he made some bangers, didn't he? Yeah, I remember the poster for that one now. So the poster is for Firstborn, but on IMDb it's got the title as
Yeah.
Moving In.
Looks decent.
Yeah, 6.2 on IMDb.
Then there is what's next? True Believer from 1989 with James Woods. I think that's like a legal drama by the looks of things.
It's a
James
crime drama
Woods,
mystery.
yeah, Robert Downey Jr., Kurtwood Smith, Luis Guzman, Woody Harrelson.
Margaret Collin, Yuji Okamoto, which is from Cobra Kai.
Hmm.
Oh,
is he?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see on the poster now. Yeah,
Charles
that
Hallahan.
looks quite good. Yeah.
Charles Hallahan from The Thing. Louis Guzman, John Snyder. That's a cast of character actors, that is. Jesus.
Yeah, that could be good.
Yeah, that's got 6.7. It's 64 Metacritic on IMDb.
Hmm. Then we got The Singing Detective,
That was a remake of a
the Michael
BBC.
Gambon one.
Yeah, Michael Gambon.
Yeah, it's got good cast, the film now. Robert Downey Jr. is the lead, Robin Wright, Mel Gibson, Jeremy Northam, Katie Holmes, Adrian Brody, Carla Gugino, Saul Rubinek, Alfred Woodard.
Directed by Keith Gordon.
Yeah,
From
that's another
John
one that could be
Carpenter's
quite good.
Christine. He made a really good war movie, Keith Gordon did. Called Midnight Clear, which has got a great cast in it. Definitely worth watching.
Let me see, can I add it to my list? Oh, Midnight Clear.
Yes, Peter Berg, Kevin Dillon, Air Gross, Ethan
Waking the
Hawke.
Dead. That's Billy Crudup, that one as well. That one looks good. Yeah, it's done some good stuff there. Then we have, what's next? Lucky You, which he's only got a small role in. I've seen it. That's all
Isn't
about
that the
poker.
Woody Allen movie?
No, that's Eric Bana, Drew Barrymore, Robert
Curtis
Duvall.
Hanson.
Curtis Hanson, yeah.
Curtis Hanson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that must have been one of his last films. I didn't think he did much after that because he died, didn't he?
2016.
Did he have AIDS?
Not as far as I'm aware.
I don't know. There's something in my
So
head
he
that.
made Lucky You, then he made Too Big to Fail, and the last film he made was Chasing Mavericks with Jared Butler.
Ah, he did
Uh,
that. What was it? What Wonder Boys? I've got that to watch.
with Michael Douglas.
Yeah,
That's good. It just says natural causes. He was 77.
yeah.
Oh, he retired. He died because of Alzheimer's.
There we go. I knew it was something like that. Um,
God. He made LA Confidential, which is a fucking great movie.
exact. And then he did 8 Mile as well.
Yeah. Yeah, he did 8 Mile, Wonder Boys, LA Confidential, River Wild, Hand that Rocks the Cradle, Bad Influence, Bedroom Window, which was the first movie I saw a pair of boobs in.
Nice.
That's got Steve Guttenberg in that. But one of the films that's like his third film was a film called The Silent Partner, which is Elliot Gould and
Oh, I know that one. Yeah.
what's his name? From I'm going to click on it because I know who it is. Christopher Plummer, which is a really good heist sort of crime thriller set at Christmas in Canada, and it's
Yeah.
got a very like early role for John Candy's in that as well. But
Nice.
yeah, Curtis Hanson made some absolutely banging movies.
I'm just adding loads to the list now. Losing It.
Losing It.
Is that Tom Cruise? That's Tom Cruise, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, I'm sure that's Tom. Hang on, I'm going into it now. Yeah, Tom Cruise, Jackie O'Haley, John Stockwell, Shelley Long. That's an early film for Tom Cruise. Set in the 60s as well. Talking about Curtis Hanson and Robert Downey Jr., he was also in Wonder Boys.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the film. I should see that because it's got a really. Because Frances McDormand's in that as well, isn't she? So I should really get onto that. Then 1995, another Michael Hoffman film, Restoration.
I believe that was shot by me. I think that was shot in Caerphilly.
Robert Downey Jr., Meg Ryan, Sam Neill, David Thewlis, Hugh Grant, Ian McKellen, Ian McDiarmid, David Ryle. Some names I recognise there.
So, Restoration was filmed at Caerphilly Castle, which is about 10 minutes away from where I live on a train.
Oh, nice. But the thing is, it's a period drama, so not really. Looks very Shakespeare-like, so not really up my street.
I mean, it's got a great cast in it. The exiled royal doctor of King Charles II devotes himself to helping Londoners suffering from the plague, and in the process falls in love with an equally poor woman played by Polly Walker and Meg Ryan. It's a bit of an odd, like Robert Downey Jr. and Meg Ryan in a film about like a royal doctor.
Yeah, in England.
It's got Hugh Grant in it, Ian McDiarmid.
Yeah.
That's a great cast.
Then you got 1969 with Robert Downey Jr., Kiefer Sutherland, Bruce Dern, Winona Ryder. Obviously, a period drama of some sorts about the Vietnam War, by the looks of things.
Yeah. Winona Ryder, Joanna Cassidy. Who is Ernest Thompson? What has he made? On Golden Pond. Okay, that's a pretty big movie.
No, that's the remake, though. The TV remake. With
he directed the TV remake, but he wrote the original.
Oh, did he write the original?
Yeah. He wrote and directed 1969, then The West Side Waltz, Out of Time. Yeah, he hasn't really done a lot as a
Other than might be his biggest film.
He wrote On Golden Pond. That's probably the biggest film he wrote.
Yeah.
Or the most famous film he wrote.
Then a Robert Altman film, The Gingerbread Man. This is another very good cast. Kenneth Branagh, Embeth Davidtz, Robert Downey Jr., Daryl Hannah, Tom Berenger, Famke Janssen, Mae Whitman, Robert Duvall. And it's based on a John Grisham novel.
So I know The Gingerbread Man. I did not know it was directed by Robert Altman, and I didn't know that he was in it.
Yeah, again, it gets really good reviews as well.
Yeah, because I remember the trailers for that. Because there was that film, and there was a film with Steve Martin. I think it was called The Spiral Staircase. That came out around the same time, and I got confused as to which one was which. I think it was called The Spiral Staircase. I might be wrong. Steve Martin. What year was it? 1998. Oh, sorry, it's The Spanish Prisoner, not The Spiral Staircase. Yeah, because that came out in 97, and The Gingerbread Man came out in 98. That's why I was getting them confused, because they had very similar posters.
Yeah. Then we've got Johnny Be Good.
It's another Anthony Michael Hall movie.
Yeah, Uma Thurman as well.
Young
Jennifer Tilly, Paul Gleason, Seymour Cassell, Robert Downey Sr., John Hawkes. That looks like it could be a good film.
John Hawkes is in it.
Yeah, must have been quite an early film. Yeah, Pizza Boy #1. Yeah, that can't be like obviously, yeah. But yeah,
that's 1988.
Yeah, I mean it's another college teen film. I'd watch that. Bud S. Smith, who only did that film.
He was an editor though. Roles and yeah, Johnny Be Good was the only film he did. But he was an editor on Flashdance and Sorcerer and Virus. He edited The Exorcist.
Good editor then.
So he's a proper, full-on, like, good editor.
Yeah.
Edited Cruising.
Then we got a shit film called In Dreams, which is weird because it's a Neil Jordan film.
I like In Dreams.
It's just so weird. He's dressed up as a woman in it as well.
Yeah. So Annette Bening.
I love Annette Bening as well.
Movie. Most Neil Jordan films are odd. Like the Crying Game for a start.
Oh yeah, that's just yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just found it weird how he was just dressing up as a woman the whole way through.
He does a lot of films with people who are either trans or transvestites. Like Breakfast on Pluto is a film about a trans woman.
Yeah.
In Dreams, he dresses up as a woman, and then The Crying Game has a trans person in it, which is like you don't expect that from films, like especially The Crying Game. Like trans people weren't a thing in 1991, was it, or 92? 92.
92, I think, yeah.
Yeah, it was a very taboo thing. But yeah, Neil Jordan. Yeah, I quite liked In Dreams. It's a weird sort of horror psychological thriller.
Yeah. Then we got a pretty good film, Air America,
with old Mel Gibson.
Yeah, that's quite a fun film. I've got the Blu-ray of that. Roger
I need to pick up
Spottiswoode as
that.
well.
Mm.
Decent director.
What else did
Um,
Spike direct? There's one film of his.
he did quite a few things in the 80s and 90s.
Oh, he did the Street Cat Named Bob movie.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that.
Yeah. The Street Cat Named Bob.
Oh, James Bond, Tomorrow Never Dies, Turner and Hooch,
That's what I
Sixth
was,
Day,
yeah. The Sixth
Terror
Day.
Train, Stop or My Mum Will Shoot, Shoot to Kill, Under Fire,
Shoot to Kill,
Pursuit
that's
of
what I was thinking of. I love that movie.
Best of Times. He's done a lot of films.
Yeah, Terror Train, Pursuit of DB Cooper, Renegades, Under Fire, Best of Times, The Last Innocent Man, Deadly Pursuit, which is Shoot to Kill. Really underrated movie. Time Flies When You're Alive. Turner and Hooch, Air America, Stop on My Mum Will Shoot. And the band played on Hiroshima, which was a mini series. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
done some pretty decent films as well.
yeah. Then we have got Fur, an imaginary portrait of Diane Arbus.
Fur.
Yeah, Nicole Kidman, Robert Downey
Yeah.
Jr., Harris Yulin. Looks again a very arty film.
Yeah, I remember Fur when it came out.
Oh, it's the guy who did Secretary.
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah, I think that'd be a bit weird. 2006.
Oh, there we go, yeah. Down Ibis.
Then we've got one of my absolute favorite RDJ films from the 80s, Chances Are. I fucking love Chances Are. Have you seen that one?
I'm trying to think of whether or not I've seen
Sybil Shepherd, Ryan O'Neill, Mary Stuart Masterson. It's where he, bit like the Warren Beatty one. Is it Heaven Can Wait?
Oh, yeah.
He basically dies,
was
but he
the
gets another
arse
chance. But I love
the
that
arse
film.
end of the 80s.
Yeah, 89, yeah. I just love that film. I think it's just such a charming film.
Director of Dirty Dancing.
Oh, lovely. Jim's favourite.
Chris McDonald's in it as well.
Yeah. He plays, I think, the guy that dies.
I'm going to add that to my watch list because I'm always trying to find more 80s comedies that I've never seen.
It's good. You can get it on... I have got the Blu-ray, but it's an import from America. And I think it's Region A locked. And I want to say Sony actually put it out. But
I'm surprised if it was locked if it was Sony.
Hang on, I'll go and find it and see. I can see it here. Yeah. TriStar. RLJ Entertainment. But yes, my Blu-rays.
Yeah, RRJ is the release. Not an indie release, but yeah.
Definitely worth
$17.99 for
watching.
UK DVD.
Is there no UK DVD?
There is, but it's $17.99.
Wow. You better off getting that.
I ain't paying that for a DVD.
I paid, although to be fair, I think I did pay 30 quid for this Blu-ray, but it's because I really wanted to watch it. And I'm glad I did. Then in 1987, we have another James Toback film, The Pickup Artist.
Oh, with
Molly Ringwald.
Molly Ringwald, yeah.
Dennis Hopper, Danny Aiello, Harvey Keitel. Great cast. Bob Gunton, Christine Baranski, Lorraine Bracco, Fred Melamed. Guessing another rom-com of sorts.
Yeah. A womanizer meets his match when he falls for a woman in debt to the mafia. Molly Ringwald. So
I'll
add that as well. Because I used to have that, or I had a download version of that at one point, and now I can't find it.
Another one that looks sort of along the same lines. Heart and Souls with directed by Ron Underwood.
Heart and Souls is, I believe, in the big pile of DVDs that are right by here. I picked it up.
I've never seen it. It's on my watch list. Another one with Charles Grodin in.
It's with the ghosts.
Yeah, it's Alfred Woodard. Yeah, Kyra Sedgwick, Tom Sizemore, David Paymer, Elizabeth Shue. Yeah, that one looks a good one as well.
Ron Underwood, who did Tremors, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
And City Slickers. City Slickers 2? Or City Slickers? Yeah, the first one.
Then we have Tough Turf.
Tough Turf is great. It's James Spader.
Spader, yeah.
Yeah. Not playing a sleazebag in this one. He's playing a teenager from the wrong side of the tracks.
Oh, one of those.
It's
I
really
do
good.
like those concepts. Yeah, I've added it to my watch list.
There's a song by a band in it called Jack Mack and the Heart Attack, which is called She's Looking Good, which is so much fun. If you can find her on YouTube, listen to it. It's good. But yeah, Tough Turf's great.
Nice. Then we got The Soloist, which is
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, Joe Wright film. Catherine Keener, Tom Hollander, Stephen Root, Octavia Spencer. Good drama. I quite like that one. He's a journalist. He befriends a homeless musician.
Yeah, I remember when that came out. It was. I think that was just after Iron Man.
2009.
Yeah. Iron Man was big, and so he was just like, right, we're gonna get Robert Downey Jr. in things now. Let's put him in this film with Jamie Foxx, because Jamie Foxx had just previously won the Oscar for Ray, hadn't he?
Yeah, not that long ago.
2005?
Yeah, that's when he won it. Yeah. Then we got the documentary he made, Senior, which is obviously about his dad.
I haven't seen that.
That's good. See, before watching that, I didn't really know anything about his dad. And he was one of those filmmakers, like very experimental filmmaker in the 70s.
Yeah.
And he never really broke through. He only ever really did experimental, shitty films that never really got an audience. But it's a good documentary if you're interested, because I think he had he had Parkinson's in the end.
Yeah.
But it's all shot in black and white. It's really good. It's like the last years of his life. Then we've got one that I quite like, Soap Dish.
I don't think I've seen that.
That's good. It's a good one.
What is it? I was going to say, yeah, that's Sally Field. I may have seen that.
Kevin Kline, Kathy Moriarty, Terry Hatcher, Elizabeth Shue, Whoopi Goldberg, Kathy Najimy, Carrie Fisher. It's a fun film. It's a bit like the only film I can really compare it to is Tootsie.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's set on a soap, basically. That is the whole plot. And obviously Tootsie's his character is on a daytime soap. It's the same sort of thing. But I remember Sally Field's great. I think Robert Downey Jr. is like a bit of I want to say he's like a producer or something on the show, and he's a bit like arrogant.
So just normal Robert Downey Jr. performance then.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, Kevin Kline's good in that film as well.
Kevin Kline's good in everything, though.
Yeah, true. Then we've got Richard III with Ian McKellen, which is from 1995, directed by Richard Long Crane. Ian McKellen, Annette Bening, Jim Broadbent, Robert Downey Jr., Kristen Scott Thomas, Adrian Dunbar, Maggie Smith, Tim McInnery, Nigel Hawthorne, Jim Carter, Dominic West, Bill Patterson, Donald Sumpter. Good British cast there.
It's a Shakespeare play, though.
Exactly, that's another thing. But it's I think it's more modernized. Yeah, it's in the set in the 1930s. But it'll still be Shakespeare dialogue, and that always takes me out of films because I don't understand it.
I could never gel with Shakespeare when I was in school.
Yeah. The Shaggy Dog with Tim Allen. Yeah, he was the villain in that. He's the mad scientist that was after him. It's, you know what? I rewatched it last year and I hadn't seen it since a kid. I don't want to say it holds up, but it's entertaining. Like, I like Tim Allen, and Tim Allen and Disney go well together. He's done a lot of films with Disney, like Santa Claus, Jungle to Jungle. Like, all of them are they're entertaining films. So for that, I like it. Danny Glover's in there as well. It's not a bad film. I've seen worse.
The director also directed Norbit.
Not a good start.
And Coach Carter, which is a good film.
Good film, yeah. We then have a film called Eros, which is a 3-part anthology about love and sexuality. Wow. Michelangelo Antonioni, Steven Soderbergh.
And Wong Kar-wai, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Gong Li, Chang Chen, Tien Feng, Robert Downey Jr., Alan Arkin, Chow Kwan, Kim Tak Wong, Su Man Ting, Lai Fu Yim, Wing Kong Su, Kar Fai Lee, Chi Kyung Un, lots of Uns and Lees and Chan Chun Look. Yeah, not one for me, that one, I don't think.
That's a very
weird. Yeah. One that I watched for the first time last year and really liked, Home for the Holidays, directed by Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster.
Yeah. Fun film that is. Because I think he play, I don't know if he plays the brother or I think he does. Yeah, he plays the brother, and the brother brings a friend because the brother's gay and he's just split from he's been fighting with his partner. And Anne Bancroft's the mum, and you got Charles Durning as the dad.
Yeah.
Geraldine Chaplin plays the really kooky aunt as well. And you got Steve Guttenberg, who's the brother-in-law, and he's a bit of a dick.
Claire Danes is in it as well.
She plays Holly Hunter's daughter.
Whoa, that's a cast in this.
Yeah, Austin
I know. And David Strathairn.
David Strathairn, yeah, he's good in it. He plays sort of her love interest.
Sean Hattersley just won an award.
I know, yeah. I say watch it when I did because it's a Thanksgiving film. Watch it in November.
Yeah.
That's what I did. I think I had the DVD for nearly a year, and I thought I'm going to hold off and watch it like near Thanksgiving, and it just feels better because it's just the time of the year.
See, I watched Groundhog Day at Christmas because it's got snow in it, and it's set in February.
I actually, for the first time in years, I actually watched it on Groundhog Day this year. I usually forget. Then we got Back to School.
It's Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah.
That is a silly film.
I think he's not that far down. I mean, Rodney Dangerfield, Sally Kellerman, Burt Young, Keith Gordon, Robert Downey Jr., William Zabka, Adrian Barbeau, M. Emmett Walsh, Ned Beatty, Robert Picardo. Kenny really likes that one. Kenny gave that 5 stars.
I guarantee that is a film that Kenny grew up watching.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. 1986.
Yeah, he was a teenager when that was on. Edie McClurg. That is a good cast in that.
Yeah.
Burt Young, outside of Rocky, doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
Then we got A Guide to Recognizing Your Saints.
That was a decent film. Dieter Montiel.
Good director. I think he's got a new film coming out next year with is it S.A. Morales?
Yeah.
I don't know what it's like. I saw something come up because I think it's coming out in like April, but I have no idea what it's about. All I saw that he was in it, and he directed something else I saw recently. The Son of No One. Have you seen that one?
No, I haven't, but I know the film.
That's Channing Tatum. That's not bad.
Oh,
but this film is actually so this is an autobiographical film then. It's actually about him growing up.
What about Isa Morales?
No, this is A Guide to Recognizing Your Saints.
Yeah, but yeah, that is.
Yeah. This one I'm thinking of is called Live Like That.
Yeah, Live Like That.
Rosalind Sanchez as well.
Isa Morales has always been a decent guy, and the fact that
I've always liked him. Yeah,
he was the main villain in the last 2
Mission Impossible
movies. I was like, that's interesting casting, because the last time I saw him was in TV show Jericho.
I say go all the way back to La Bamba.
Yeah,
it's great in that. Fighting's a really good film by Dieter Montiel. Really like that. He's worked with Channing Tatum a lot though.
Yeah, I mean, some of them have been misses. Empire State was awful. Man Down was okay, but it was advertised as something other than what it actually is.
Yeah.
Because it was advertised as a post-apocalyptic, like, action movie, but it cuts between pre-apocalypse and post-apocalypse, and it's quite dull in parts.
I think I've seen it. Gary Oldman's in that one, in Jai Courtney.
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf. Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf, Jai Courtney, Gary Oldman, and Kate Mara.
Yeah, I'm sure I've seen that one. I'm sure I had the DVD of that one way back when.
Like, Shia's really good in that.
Yeah.
He's generally great in every film. He's just fucked in the head.
I know. U.S. Marshals, decent
Great
sequel.
Film.
Yeah. Not as good as The Fugitive, but it's still fun.
The Fugitive.
Yeah.
You will get a Fugitive movie, but Wesley Snipes is great in that. Everyone's great in that film.
Yeah.
In fact, I've got it again in this big pile of DVDs that is right next to me.
I don't think I've got that at all. I think you can get a cheap foreign Blu-ray import, but I've not bothered getting it.
I'm surprised that Warner Brothers hasn't just whacked it on the
Warner
Archive.
Yeah, maybe one day.
I've done like a 4K double with The Fugitive, because they released The Fugitive on 4K.
Yeah.
Everything. I've got 3 massive piles of DVDs right next to me.
You want to see mine? Look at mine. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's not great.
I've got all them over there. I've got them there. I've got the Blu-rays that are there, and then all these DVDs that are right next to me. I can't really show you a little bit.
Wow. Yeah. Next up, Charlie Bartlett.
I don't think I ever saw Charlie Bartlett.
That's Anton Yelchin, Robert Downey Jr., Hope Davis, Kat Dennings. It's supposed to be a good film. I think it's like a coming-of-age sort of film. I'm sure Robert Downey Jr. plays the psychiatrist in the film at the school that he's at, because he's a bit troubled.
Who is it in Charlie Bartlett?
Looks interesting though.
Charlie Bartlett. Oh yeah, Anton Yelchin.
Yeah.
Oh, Kat Dennings. I watched all of Two Girls, Two
Two
Broke
Broke
Girls.
Girls. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say. And yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah. Less Than Zero.
That's
That's the
the
drug one.
not David, Bret Easton Ellis, isn't it? The writer
Uh,
who
oh, he
wrote
wrote it, did he? Trying to see
American
it.
Psycho.
Hang on.
Is it
Oh
James
yeah,
Stewart
original
as
writer
well?
Bret Easton Ellis. Writer Harley Payton. John Avnet produced it. Again, another one that Kenny really liked, and he said it's because it came out the same year he graduated high school and it stuck with him. 87.
87.
Bowfinger.
I did not remember him being in Bowfinger, and I fucking love Bowfinger.
Yeah, Steve Martin, Eddie Murphy,
Eddie
Heather
Murphy.
Graham, Christine Baranski, Jamie Kennedy, Terrence Stamp, Robert Downey Jr.
That is a fun, independent, look at indie Hollywood.
Yeah, Frank Oz as well. Yeah.
But Yoda.
Then you have the film. Did he win an Oscar for Chaplin?
No, I think he was nominated, but I don't think he won. I think
Yeah. Oh no, he didn't. He nominated because he's only won once, which was for Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got it in the pile to watch. Never seen it because of the length. Because it's like.
It's a Richard Attenborough movie. He liked to make long movies.
Yeah. Good cast though. RDJ, real life granddaughter Geraldine Chaplin.
Yeah.
Paul Reese, Marissa Tomei, Mila Jovovich, John Thor, Anthony Hopkins, Dan Aykroyd, Penelope Ann Miller, Kevin Kline, Diane Lane, Nancy Travis, James Woods.
Mila Jovovich, Maria Pitillo, Kevin Dunn, Diane Lane, Nancy Travis, James Wood. Fucking that is a.
I know.
You can tell it's a Richard Attenborough movie.
The cast, yeah.
The cast is huge.
Yeah.
Bill Paxton, Alan Ford, good old Bricktops in it.
Oh, yeah.
Warden.
Then we got Good Night and Good Luck, directed by George Clooney.
Really?
That's David Strathairn, Patricia Clarkson, George Clooney, Jeff Daniels, Robert Downey Jr., Frank Langella, Tate Donovan, Tom McCarthy. That's all about
Jeff Daniels,
communist stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it was the
McCarthy.
Edward R. Murrow.
Yeah.
That was did that win an Oscar?
Maybe screenplay. Might be screenplay.
It was nominated for Best Picture, Best Performance by an Actor in a Leading Role, David Strathairn, Best Achievement in Directing by George Clooney, Best Writing, Grant Heslov and George Clooney, Best Achievement in Cinematography, and Best Achievement in Art Direction. And it was nominated for all of them, didn't win a single one.
Wow. There you go.
It always throws me off when I see Grant Heslov's name being nominated for Oscars and stuff, because he is the other guy in the van in True Lies. Is
he is. Yeah,
and the other guy,
the weird looking guy, like a nerdy looking guy, isn't he? Yeah, yeah.
Faisal in True Lies.
Yeah.
When I saw his name come up as a nominee for it, I was like, really? The third guy in the van?
He's producing. He's his producing partner, isn't he, Clooney?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we got Gothica with Halle Berry.
Awful movie.
He did do some questionable films.
Yes. The odd thing about that film is that it's directed by a good director and written by a decent writer as well.
Matthew Kassovitz,
Yeah, he did
who,
Lahane.
yeah, the
But he
Crimson
also did
Rivers.
Babylon AD.
Yeah.
And Sebastian Gutierrez wrote it, and he's married to, I believe he's married to Carla Gugino.
Oh, nice. Lucky man.
Very lucky man.
Then we got another Robert Altman film, Shortcuts.
Okay, this is a very famous film. Yeah, it's one I've never seen.
It's another good cast. Andy McDowell, Bruce Davison, Jack Lemmon,
Robert
Tim
Altman movie.
Robbins. Yeah, always has a good cast. Julianne Moore, Tom Waits, Lily Tomlin, Fred Ward, Chris Penn, Frances McDormand, Madeline Stowe, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Anne Archer, Matthew Modine, Lily Taylor, Robert Downey Jr., Peter Gallagher. Jesus Christ. Huey Lewis, Lyle Lovett, Laurie Singer. Jesus Christ, Michael Beach. Jesus, that's a good cast. It's one of those. It does like the Crash thing. Lots of different stories set in LA that all come together.
You can really see where his kind of career hit a bad point, because he did what was it, Mr. Willoughby's Christmas, whatever that is, with Leslie Nielsen. So he did Home for the Holidays, Mr. Willoughby's Christmas, Restoration, and then he did a straight-to-DVD action movie called Danger Zone.
Yeah, I think those were so low down we didn't even cover them because they were that bad.
Co-starring Billy Zane and Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa.
Mr. Willoughby's Christmas Tree. I've found that one. It's right at the bottom.
It's a 30-minute short. It's not long. Hugo Poole, One Night Stand, Two Girls and a Guy, Gingerbread Man, then U.S. Marshals, then In Dreams, and Friends and Lovers, Bowfinger, Black and White. And then, yeah, there was literally, it was kind of a weird period between that and then Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yeah. We got Only You, which is a Norman Jewison film.
Marissa Tomei.
Yeah, I've got that on DVD actually.
That's a really fun little romantic comedy.
Yeah, I'll have to give that one a watch. What about Weird Science? He's in that.
That's got Norman Jewison there.
He's in Weird Science.
He is.
I'm guessing not a massive role though. I've never seen Weird Science, so
no. He's well, I think he's one of the bullies in high school.
Right.
He's also in Girls Just Want to Have Fun, which is a great movie.
Yeah, is it only a cameo though, isn't it? Uncredited.
Yeah, uncredited role. Uncredited role.
Then we got The Judge, which is a fantastic film. Love The Judge.
Robert Duvall as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we have the shitstorm that was Doolittle.
Yeah.
It's not a good film. Don't know what he was thinking there. I mean,
Money.
Yeah, but the thing is, he came off of the highest grossing film of all time. And then his next film is Doolittle.
It's the people involved in that film: Robert Downey Jr., Antonio Banderas, Michael Sheen, Jim Broadbent, Jesse Buckley.
It's got a great cast, but then if you look, I knew it was going to be a dumpster fire because if you look at the behind the scenes, the director was taken off halfway through and replaced with another director. Yeah.
Stephen King, I mean, that guy has done some incredible movies. Syriana, The Alamo, fucking Traffic, Rules of Engagement.
Yeah.
Call of Duty Ghosts. I don't know why that's.
And then Doolittle.
And then Doolittle, yeah.
Yeah. A Scanner Darkly.
Jesus Christ, that Doolittle film had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know. Had 4 writers. Scanner Dark. I don't like the Scanner Darkly.
I've never seen it. I think again I've got the DVD somewhere.
I mean, I can appreciate what Richard Linklater was doing with the rotoscope animation, but it's just weird.
Yeah.
But then it is weird. It's Philip K. Dick, so it's bound to be weird.
Yeah.
That's got a mental cast. Now, Keanu Reeves, Winona Ryder, Rory Cochrane. Who else is in it? Woody Harrelson. Randomly, where I used to live, Woody Harrelson showed up literally like a week ago.
Oh, wow. That is random.
Yeah. He was in one of the recycling shops around the corner from Alex Jones is in that. Really? Street
Nice.
Talk. Yeah. Randomly showed up in one of the like hippie shops around the corner from where I used to live.
Oh, nice. Underrated comedy next, Due Date.
I didn't like
Todd
it.
Phillips. You didn't like it? Oh,
I didn't like it.
It's just more of The Hangover, really. It's like a continuation of The Hangover sort of thing.
Yeah, I think there was that, and didn't Due Date come out around the same time as Identity Thief?
Bit before, yeah.
And they're pretty much this almost like the same film.
Similar sort of story, yeah.
Yeah.
Then we've got, of course, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Fucking love it. I absolutely adore that.
Best Shane Black film.
Oh no, The Nice Guys is the best Shane Black. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is like it's Nice Guys, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Iron Man 3, and then the Predator.
Yeah. I just the way he directs films, Shane Black, man, like back then, like those types of films. Give him a film like that.
Well, that's what the Parker movie should have been like.
It should have been, yeah.
But unfortunately, it was the worst film. One of the worst films of last year for me.
Yeah. Then we'll do 2 for 1, the 2 Sherlock Holmes films, which are fun Guy Ritchie films.
I only saw the first one. Never saw the second one.
It's not bad, the second one. I think the first one's better, but the second one's not bad. The second one's still a lot of fun. Natural Born Killers.
I have a love-hate relationship with Natural Born Killers.
I've never seen it.
I don't like it as a movie, but the screenplay is amazing.
Yeah.
Because the story behind Natural Born Killers is Tarantino wrote. So it all comes from a screenplay written by Roger Avery called The Open Road, which was then taken by Tarantino to rewrite, and he rewrote it with. He split the story into 2 scripts. One script was True Romance, the other script was Natural Born Killers. And he sold Natural Born Killers to whoever it was, Miramax, I think it was, whoever did release, what's it called? And the other script went to Warner Brothers, to Tony Scott, who did True Romance. And Oliver Stone got his hands on the script of Natural Born Killers and completely rewrote the script. There's the only thing that remains from Tarantino's original script is some of the characters. So Mickey and Mallory, Wayne Gale, and Scagnetti, who was played by Tom Sizemore in the film. Which is why if you watch that film, it just says from a story by Quentin Tarantino, not screenplay, because the whole film was meant to be from Wayne Gale's point of view from the start, but it's not. It opens with Mickey and Mallory causing mayhem and killing people in a diner, and then we follow them. It's a very weird version of the script, but the original script that was released, I think I had a novel, not novelization, but it was like a book form version of the script, is very different to what Oliver Stone put out, and it's why they fell out for a long, long time.
Right.
Because it, like, you don't take someone's work and then completely rewrite it. I
Yeah.
think, but I mean, that's Hollywood. It is what it is.
But the thing is, if you get a writer director to do something like that in the first place, he shouldn't have done it. Like, because Oliver Stone's a writer in himself, so he shouldn't have been given that as a writer, because he's going to want to change things to suit his style.
But at the time, Tarantino hadn't done
Reservoir
Dogs.
Yeah,
so they were the two first scripts that he sold were True Romance, which personally, for me, I think is Tarantino's best screenplay out of everything he's written.
I agree.
And it's the best looking. Considering he didn't direct it, it's the best looking Tarantino film as well.
Non-Tarantino film.
Yeah. Tony Scott absolutely nailed that movie, and all the performances. Like, it was that film that for a long time, Christian Slater was my favorite actor.
Yeah,
he is so good as Clarence. Patricia Arquette is incredible as Alabama. Everybody in that movie is amazing.
Yeah.
And the Dennis Hopper scene with Christopher Walken in the trailer,
the Sicilian scene,
it's iconic.
Yeah.
But there's nothing about Natural Born Killers that stands out for me as being iconic.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of people say the same. Yeah.
I mean, everybody's really good in it. But the film, personally, I just think the film's an absolute mess.
Yeah.
That's why I just don't get on. I own it. I own it on DVD and I own it on Blu-ray because it's part of my Tarantino collection. But it's not one that I would like. I can't sit here and go, I really want to watch Natural Born Killers. The same as I can say I really fancy watching From Dusk Till Dawn because he wrote From Dusk Till Dawn. He didn't direct it, but he wrote it.
Yeah.
I really, really want to watch Kill Bill, or I really want to watch Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction. I've never gone, oh, I really want to watch Natural Born Killers, because it's not a film that I have really got an inkling to watch again.
Yeah. Then we got Chef, which he's only got a small role in, but it's a very good film.
Love Chef.
Yeah, great film.
We watched it again last year, and
Jon Favreau needs to do more stuff like that.
There's a really good interview with Jon Favreau where he was talking about why he made Chef. Because he had obviously he'd come off the back of doing Zathura, Iron Man 2,
Cowboys and Aliens,
and Cowboys and Aliens wasn't a big. It was a flop essentially.
Yeah.
And he wanted to do something that took him back to the roots that he had with, Swingers and Made. Like, Made was the first film he directed. Swingers, which I completely forgot was directed by Doug Liman. He wanted to go back and do something personal.
Yeah.
Low budget, and he did Chef. And I think Chef is probably one of the best food movies ever.
I agree, yeah. And his best film.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed. I think everyone in that film is fantastic.
I've never met anyone that's seen that film and not liked it.
That film taught me how to make a proper grilled cheese.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chef is John Leguizamo's great in it. The kid is great in it. Sofia Vergara's great in it. Everybody, like Oliver Platt, is great in it.
Yeah,
just a phenomenal film, and I think is massively underrated. And it should be.
I agree.
Yeah, love that film.
And then we got Tropic Thunder, great comedy.
I haven't seen Tropic Thunder in years.
Definitely one that wouldn't get made nowadays. So,
but would you reckon? I mean, Scary Movie 6 got made.
That's, I suppose, true. Yeah, I'd love to see them do a sequel to Tropic Thunder, though. One of those sort of films that lends itself nicely to a sequel.
Yeah,
Um, then we got Zodiac, really good
I
Fincher film.
almost picked up a copy of Zodiac the other day, and then something else caught my eye, and I grabbed that instead. So I need to get another copy of Zodiac because I haven't
It's on,
seen it in years.
it's on 4K now as well, I think, isn't it? I've just
Yeah,
got the Blu-ray, but it's because the Blu-ray is just the director's cut, I think. But good film. We've got Oppenheimer, which is what he won his Oscar for.
I couldn't finish it.
It's so I've seen it twice. I don't know if I'd ever go back and watch it again. It's one of those films.
Yeah, I found it quite like I can
Long.
watch long movies and I can watch like films that could be technically considered as like boring or slow.
Yeah,
Like I've got no problems with, but if it doesn't engage my interest, which is weird because I love anything that has anything to do with nuclear war.
yeah,
Like my website was called Cinepocalypse because it was I started writing films about post-apocalyptic nuclear war movies. Uh, but I would have thought I would have loved the idea of a film showing how that comes around, and I just
yeah,
I couldn't finish it. I couldn't finish it.
yeah. That's fair enough.
It's beautifully shot. I'll give them
Yeah,
that.
it is. Yeah,
But it is
and
just
then
men talking around, standing around talking.
yeah, true. Um, the last ones I'll go with is just all of the Marvel films in which he plays Iron Man. I'll just encompass all of them because there's too many of them.
The Robert Downey multiverse.
Yes, where he plays Iron Man in all of them. Some are good, some not so good. There's definitely some highlights, but yeah,
I think without him as Tony Stark, I don't think Marvel would have become
I
as
don't
big
couldn't
as
see.
it did.
Yeah, I couldn't have seen Tom Cruise doing it and pulling it off to the
No.
extent that it is now.
I think he was the perfect person at the right time
Yeah,
for it.
fully brought him back as well, didn't it?
Yeah. I think without him, yeah, I don't think it would have been as the Marvel universe wouldn't be where it is now.
No.
And when he left at the end of I say when he left, like he just left the show, but she did essentially. When Tony Stark dies at the end of Endgame, spoiler alert
Yeah.
if you haven't seen Endgame, but it's been out since 2018.
Yeah.
Marvel just went downhill, and you can see in every movie since Endgame where it's lacking. It's like I said, I've been watching The Walking Dead, and their show took a massive dive when Andrew Lincoln left.
Yeah.
Left a hole in it. And I think that's the same with the Marvel universe. It needs Tony Stark, and clearly Marvel realized that, which is why they brought him back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he is the Marvel universe.
Yeah, I agree.
You can have Chris Evans as Captain America. You can have Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. You can have all these characters all these actors as these characters. But if it wasn't for Robert Downey Jr. in that first Iron Man movie, even the end of The Incredible Hulk, the Edward Norton version, where they teased the first Avengers initiative, without him, we were just the Marvel. He is the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
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 That's covering all of the films that he's in.
Yeah. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is my favourite IDJ film, but a special shouts to Back to School and Weird Science. And so it says he's also really good in Wonder Boys. And don't forget Less Than Zero. Nice. Well, I think we'll wrap it up there tonight. Finish talking Robert Downey Jr. films. Still gone on for just over 2 hours, so still a decent length stream. But yeah, thanks for joining, Pete. I don't know, I probably wouldn't have gone on for this long. So yeah, thank you very much, and thank you to the 2 people that are still watching for watching still, and commenting and leaving your questions. It's always appreciated. But yeah, that's it. Hopefully, we might have a bit more traction next week. Because obviously Andy will be back, and Kenny hopefully he'll be back next week as well.
Fingers
So
crossed, Kenny.
yeah, hopefully. But yeah, that's it. So thank you everyone for watching. And that's it. So until next time, everyone, take care. Goodbye.
Bye bye.